practice self-care, continue to manage my stress, to continue to find ways to relax and deeper ways to love on myself and create this community of folks who also want to do the same. So let's get started by going in, getting some relaxation in, some mindfulness in. So let's come to a comfortable seat. Shoulders are relaxed. Maybe you have your back against the bed, the wall, somewhere where you can comfortably sit up nice and tall. Allowing your legs to relax. Really feeling yourself sink down into the earth, floor, the carpet, the mat. At the same time being supported by it. So we're sitting up tall so we get all the oxygen into our body as much as we possibly can. Breathing in and out through the diaphragm. Allowing the tension to release in the muscles as we fill it up with oxygen. Releasing any stress and your worry about getting here and really being here. Just being here and breathing and relaxing. Let's take 5 more deep breaths here. Really focusing on the exhales. Gathering breath on the inhale and exhale. Just focus on allowing our body to soften. Deep inhale here, breathe in. And a slow, long exhale. Deep inhale. Hands relax and arms relax, and we find 2 more deep breaths. Breathe in. And a slow, long exhale. 1 more deep breath in. A little bit more. And a slow, long exhale. Oof, good. So I'm really gonna be focusing on my breath today. My neighbors moved out, so we have some new construction. They're banging and hammering things to get the apartment ready for my new neighbor. So I'm definitely going to be doing some breathing and relaxing to hopefully get a good neighbor in. That is something important to have, is a good neighbor. All right, let's extend those legs, straighten those legs. We're going to start out by just sending out your right leg. My right leg is straight out in front of me. I'm going to tuck in, I'm going to bring in my left leg. So my left foot is on the inside of my left thigh. So my left thigh actually acts as even more space covering the ground. So I need to sit up nice and tall and relax my shoulders. Good. And then as I exhale, I'm gonna curl these right toes back toward my face. Ooh, feeling the hamstrings and the calf muscle stretch. And then I'm gonna exhale and just fold forward over this right leg. Now we're just still warming the body up. So we're not trying to go all the way down to the ground. We're not trying to do anything except just warm the body up. This is our check-in, just finding those places that need that extra breath, extra love, and going there. So rocking side to side, rocking left and right, moving the head left and right. I want you still to feel that lower back just stretch as you move the chest towards the toes towards the stress. Bouncing maybe a little bit, swaying. Really, this is us playing investigator in our body. Inspector Gadget. You probably way too young for Inspector Gadget, but Inspector Gadget used tools to find out what was going on. So we're using our breath and we're using our mind to figure out what's going on in our body. Figure out what's going on with us today. Good, let's take one more deep breath. This is Janusarasana. Good. And then let's slowly roll up, roll out, sitting up nice and tall. Whoa, good. Clearing away my throat, clearing away whatever blockages we have in our body and our lungs. And then we're gonna switch sides. This is once again our exploratory phase. It's our exploratory phase. I remember those years. But this is our just exploring in our body. And I'm gonna bring my right foot in and my right foot towards the inside of my left thigh. So in this right foot, you can adjust it. You can bring it up or down the left leg, wherever you need to feel that right hip open up. So my inner groin and my right hip just opens up as my right knee falls away. And I'm gonna, once again, sit up nice and tall first, getting strength in the back, letting the tailbones press down to the earth, shoulders relaxed, breathe in deeply here, curl my toes back, and then exhale, whoo, falling forward over that left leg. Once again, I'm gonna rock my hips side to side, left and right. And as I do so, I get even more grounded as my tailbone actually presses into the ground. So I'm moving the glutes away, and that gives me even more of a grounding, sets me even deeper into my forward fold here. I was playing basketball yesterday, and I was reminded how 34 is different than 24. As soon as I jumped, and my calf muscle just locked up. So I'm stretching out my legs. If you're preparing for a walk, a hike, a basketball game, anything, making sure you stretch those legs with some deep breath. Chin relaxes towards those chest, the shoulders slump and relax down the back. Breathe deep here for 3, 2. Keep that left foot engaged, curl those toes back. And slowly rolling up, feeling good. Or just feeling whatever's going on in the body. Getting the blood rushing along the major muscles in the back, the leg, the hips. Good. All right. Now we're going to slowly make our way to our hands and knees. Yep, we're going to just make our way to our hands and knees. Body's warming up still here. As I make my way to my hands and knees in this tabletop position, my fingers are spread wide to get a firm grip, a firm base in my hands. And my knees and my hips are aligned. So my knees are not too wide, not too close. Aligned with my hips. And the same with my shoulders and my elbows and my wrist. Everything is in line. I'm like a box here. Good, 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 good. I'm just gonna move my hips from side to side. Oof. As I move my hips from side to side, I feel the stretch deeply right in my pocket, right where the money is not. As the external hip rotator stretches, oof, reminding me once again to stretch before and after basketball or any physical activity. All the compounding, every time you take a step, your hip is involved. You jump, you run, you walk. So we want to stretch those thoroughly with breath and attention by moving them back and forth. Now let's get the head and the neck involved. So I'm going to push my hips to the right and bring my head and my neck and shoulders over to the left. I feel the stretch going along my whole entire right side of my body. Good for that stretch there. Then we're going to slowly move to the center. And then exhale, pushing the hips to the left, bring the head to the right. Feel the stretch along the left side of the body. Good. Along the abdominals and the core, the obliques, all those fancy words, or just feeling the stretch in your belly and your sides. We're gonna move back and forth, be as free as possible. Feel free, move your arms, bend your elbows, drop low, come high. Just shake the head out, shake the neck, shake the spine. Still warming up, still being explorers, rescue rangers here. Trying to figure out what's happening in our body today. Good. All right. Coming back to our center, this box, this tabletop position. And then we're gonna bend the elbows, place our hands in front of us, and drop the elbows down to the ground. All right, taking some pressure off the wrist. I wanna jam up the wrist. We're still feeling the stretch in the hips. Good, dropping the head, dropping the neck. Now, we're gonna come into puppy dog pose. So from here, I'm gonna keep my hips, keep my knees, keep my feet, keep my lower body exactly where it is. But I'm gonna walk my hands out in front of me. And as I walk my hands out in front of me, my head drops in, my chin, my chest drops in. I stop fighting with the shoulders, and I feel a deep opening in the chest, in the back, and I breathe in through it all. Good. You know, it's all about getting comfortable with the uncomfortable. As I feel my shoulder blades opening, my spine opening, my shoulders. Now, I can put my chin on the ground, and I feel the stretch through the top of my chest and my throat. Or you can just bring your face to the ground, the forehead to the ground, and you're still stretching in the upper body. Now, the more you walk your hands away from you, the more of a stretch you get through your scapula, your shoulder blade. You get a stretch through your armpits, along the sides of your obliques, through your chest, through your whole entire spine. And then let's breathe here for another 5, relaxing, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Vulnerability. We talk about it, but in yoga we actually experience it. I'm going to slide my hands back and press them into the earth once again underneath my shoulders, coming to that box position. We're going to keep with that vulnerability theme here. We got to open up to release whatever we're holding on. I'm going to bring my head up, my chin up, and my tailbone rises. I'm coming into a cow position. I'm pushing into my arms. Arms are straightening here. I feel my belly drop as my back sinks in. Shoulders roll back, heart opens up, breathe. Good. And then as I exhale, I tuck my chest, tuck my tailbone, bringing my head underneath towards my hips as I push away in the arms for a cat. Good, like a Halloween cat. With a hump in my back, stretch my entire back, tailbone, everything. Good. And then inhale as I come back into a cow. And it's like a mooning at the moon. I can even bend my elbows just a little bit to go deeper in my chest, deeper in my spine, tailbone opening up, stretching up. Good, breathe in for a cow. So let's do cat-cow a couple more times. Just flexing your spine, moving your hips on your own pace. Continue to inhale as you come up into your cow. And exhale as you curl up into your cat. I'm tucking my tailbone down, pushing my arms away. Curling the spine here so the belly is coming up towards the ceiling. Good. Then as I come to cow, the belly drops in towards the mat. Bring the head up. You can bring the chin up, stretching the throat. Feel good. Good, nice. And then let's slowly come back into our center. Take a breath here, breathe in. And as we exhale, this time, I'm gonna bring my hips back towards my heels. So I'm dropping my hips towards my heels, coming into a child's pose here, good. Once again, letting the chest fall into place, letting the head, the neck, and the shoulders relax and releasing here. Take 5 deep breaths. Now, let the arms be relaxed. Let the chest be heavy and long. Hips and the shoulders, breathe deep here. The next 5. 4. This is the pose where we just a little overwhelmed. 3. A little frustrated. 2. This is regulating our emotions. This is self-soothing. This is getting back into the calming side of our mind. And 1. Good. Let's inhale slowly, coming up, bringing the hips off the heels. The fingers are spread once again. The hands are underneath the shoulders. As I come up with my hips, I'm going to tuck my toes into the ground. So I bring my feet, I press them into the ground, the balls of my feet, and I'm going to straighten out the back of my leg, raise my hips up for a downward dog. Now, extending the legs, but let's bend them now. So bend the knees back and forth, left and right. Warming up once again. The hamstrings, the major muscles in the back of the leg. Moving the hips back and forth, shaking the head. Movement is all about finding out what's going on. Where are you at today? What kind of yoga do you need? What kind of space do you need? Take one more deep breath in. You're breathing. Good. And as you exhale, let's bring that right foot up between both of the hands. So I'm gonna walk it up, step it up, slide it up. Good. Drop it between both of my hands. Nice. Roll my shoulders back. And I want you to look up straight ahead of you. Just your fingertips are pointing on the ground. Your chest is barely hovering over the thigh, and that left heel is pulling away from you. It's as if you're pulling in two different directions. Your left heel is pulling behind you, the top of your head is pulling in front of you, the whole body is stretching here, drop even deeper into that right hip. There we go, just a little bit, nice. And then exhale, drop that left knee down. Whew. Good. I'm gonna take both of my hands and bring them on the inside of my right foot. I'm gonna heel toe, bringing my right foot out to the right edge of the mat, maybe even wider, whatever works for you. And then as I take a deep breath in, I'll look up, stretch up, pull myself out of my lower back, pull my chest up. And then as I exhale, I'm gonna bend my arms coming down on the inside of this right leg, this little lizard pose right here. Now, some of us can come down to our forearms maybe. If not, you can stay up, you just bend the elbow. Some of us can come down lower, dropping the head. But it's about opening up that inner right hip. We really stretch the outside of it. Now we're opening up the inner right hip. We're going good. So I'm dropped down, I'm breathing deep for another 3. Let that right foot fall off the mat. Let the right edge of the right foot be on the right side of the mat. That's a lot of rights. And the right knee just opens up like a butterfly shrimp. Where is the butter? Breathe in and breathe out. Get a little shrimp scamping in here. 2 more. Breath in and breath out. 1 more. Breathe in. Calm your face. Relax in the shoulders and breathe out. Good. On the next inhale, let's slowly press the palms into the ground and come up. Stretching out the arms, straightening out the arms. I'm gonna bring my right foot all the way down onto the mat once again. And we're gonna take both hands and we're actually going to walk them over towards the middle. Walking my hands towards the middle as I keep my right foot exactly where it is. Nice, opening through the hips, opening through the groin, the leg, the knees are stretching, good. And I feel a stretch along my whole right side. The right ribs, the right hip. All along my right side, I deeply stretch, breathing in here and out. Good. Inhale, slowly walking the hands back towards the center. Nice. Now this time, I'm going to walk my right hand on the outside of my right foot. I can scoop my right foot in a little bit more. And then I'm going to bring my left hip back and over my left knee and straighten out my right leg. So I'm straightening out my right leg. If you need some support, you can keep your hands on the ground. If that's too much, you can keep a hand on the wall or hand on the hip. I want to straighten out that right leg and bring that right hip back, open up, pull the toes back towards my face. This is intense. If you want more, you can bring the hands on the hips and lean forward through the hips push back, the toes pulls back, and you lean forward. If you want even more, you can gently bring the hands towards the toes, feel the stretch, open it up here. Find some balance. Maybe putting the hand down, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Inhale, slowly rolling up, taking your time. If you wobble, that's okay. Nice. And then I'm going to slowly roll that right foot forward. Bringing both hands on the ground on the outside and inside of the right foot. I'm going to slide my right foot back to my left. Inhale here. Exhale, lower down to the belly. Good. We bend forward, we bend backward. Now we bend up. Come into a cobra. You can stay in your low cobra, which is perfect, by rolling your shoulders back, bringing your chest up, elevating, breathing in. Or you can come even to a higher cobra, extending the arms, bringing the chest up, relaxing the shoulders, chin towards the sky, or any variation in between
Take a deep breath here. Feel the lower back stretch. Feel the opening in the front of the body. Chest opens. Abs open. You can even close your eyes though. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Lowering down.
Good. Inhale slowly, coming up to that tabletop position. And this time, we're gonna tuck those toes, raise those hips, downward facing dog. Good. Notice if your down dog is a little bit more flexible, less dense. You can stretch your knees back a little further, drop the heels maybe a little lower. Keep those arms in. Those arms want to flare out, bow out. Bring those elbows in close to your ear. Bring those hips up and back. Drop the head towards the toes. Bring that chest back, opening up to the shoulders. That feels amazing. And then exhale. Let's bring that left foot up between both of the hands. Good. Once again, stretching the entire body. Let's get those muscles warm. I'm bringing my head forward and my heel backwards. Right heel pushes back, right leg is strong. I want you to feel like your spine has to choose between the behind you and in front of you. Stretch the entire body. Drop into that left hip. Drop the left hip a little bit lower. Good. Exhale, finally, drop the right knee. Let's heel toe that left foot to the outside edge of the left mat. And inhaling, bringing the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Good. Both hands on the inside, take a deep breath here. Breathe in at the top, look up, stretch up. Exhale, let's bend those elbows coming down on the inside of that hamstring. This left hamstring is telling me, it doesn't like me. I'm gonna get it to like me though by breathing into it a little bit deeper. Once again, you can come down to your forearms, your elbows, lower down as much as you need to, or stay as high as you want to. The choice is yours. I'm dropping my right hip forward. Good. So feel the top of the right leg come forward for that deep stretch. And then focus once again on opening that left knee, opening that left leg. Let it open, let the hamstrings, let the groin open up. Once again, souffle, butterfly, dip the garlic. Stretching and breathing here for 3. Half the tension, 2. And 1. Good. Inhale, and slowly press into those palms. Coming up, extending the arms. Good. Bring that left knee closer to your shoulder, closer to your left elbow. Again. And then slowly we're going to walk those hands over towards the center, keeping the left leg where it is. So I'm walking my right hand towards my right knee. I feel the separation between my leg and my shoulder, which is causing a deep stretch in my hip, through my ribs. Breathing deeply for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Get a little bit more. Take what you need. It is your body. Slowly, we're going to walk back towards the center. I'm going to heel toe my left foot in. Bring my left hand on the outside of my left foot. And then slowly, I bring my right hip back. So it's on top, in line with my right knee. So we're not sitting back. We're not leaning forward. We're in alignment. Right hip, right knee. Rightio. Feels right to me. I'm going to bring my left foot a little bit wider to give me a little bit more of a wider base and find some stability so I'm not wobbling all over the place, which is all right too. Toes curl back. This is already intense. Feel the curl in the toes, right? And then I'm going to choose to lean forward and I ignite. I light up my left leg. I feel it. Leaning forward. I'm still keeping my hips back. And see if you can bring that left hip back. See if you can bring the left hip in line with the right. Good. Lean forward, maybe bring the hands forward. You want to here for another 3. Maybe drop the forehead towards the knee. 2. Good deep stretch there. Thank you. Take a deep inhale, slowly roll up. Take your time, find your balance. Exhale, drop that left foot down to the ground and bending that left knee. Good. For the next inhale, I'm gonna slowly slide my left foot back to my right. Good. And as I exhale, this time I'm pushing my hips back and down, once again to a much deserved child's pose. Let's bring the palms towards the sky by sliding your hands back towards your feet. And the back of the hands are on the mat. Just let the shoulders naturally fall towards the ears. The hips get heavier with every exhale. Let the spine naturally curve as you rest your glorious head on the mat frame. Taking the pressure off, releasing, relaxing. Breathing in out your belly. Growing, 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 growing in the ways you take care of yourself. Releasing, releasing, releasing all things that you don't need anymore. Good. As I inhale, I'm going to slowly raise my chest off the ground. Sitting up nice and tall into a hero's pose. Intense stretch in the knees, intense stretch in the quadriceps, the top of the thighs, as I sit on my heels with my hips. Let's bring our hands to our heart. When you bring the back of the thumbs right to the chest plate, there's some sensory equipment in there in our body. We're wired up to release the hormones to tell your mind it's time to calm down. That's why this is such a powerful pose, a powerful posture. Just biologically letting yourself know you're all right. You need it. Chill. Let's take 3 deep breaths here. And if this isn't too intensity for your legs, you can come up high on your knees for 3, 2, relax the hands, let's do a shoulder roll here. Let's just bring those mighty shoulders up. Squeeze up the ears and then exhale, bring them back down. Shoulders roll, good job. Squeeze and exhale back and down. One more, shoulders roll. And exhale. Back and down. I'm gonna bring my hands down to the ground, hips up. Walk away with the hands so I can bring the legs out underneath and feel the blood just rush all the way into my legs. Feel all the blood rush there. Bounce the legs out, move them, getting the circulation in the legs, varicose veins, and loss of circulation are serious issues, especially because we're sitting in our chairs all day, so we want to make sure circulation is there. Let's use our arms to slowly lower down. Good. I'm gonna bring my knees into my chest. Rocking back and forth, getting the love we need in our spine. Then rocking left and right, more love. Love all over the place. Knees rock back and forth, just kind of moving in a way that feels good for you. You when you turn on you, spin it on your back. Good. And if you like, you can grab the back of the legs and extend those legs straight to the sky. And if it feels good for you, drop the feet over the head, come into a plow pose. Grab the hips with your hands and encourage your hands into your hips to bring them up and over. Close your eyes and look straight up into the sky so you can keep that neck safe. Don't turn it left, don't turn it right. Just breathe and you're gonna be all right. Feel the stretch in your lower back, your upper back. Relax the shoulders still. Soften the face. If there's any panic, if there's any stress, let it go. That's not yours. Take a deep inhale, breathe in. And exhale slowly. Roll out. Allowing the hips to come back down, bending the knees. Good. Drop the feet onto the ground with the knees bent. And just let the knees fall left and right. Working out left and right what we just worked out, forward and back, our lower back, our belly, our core. Eyes still closed. Breath is even deeper. Good. And then Now, take the chance to just do whatever your body is needing. You may need a bridge pose, scooping your heels closer to your butt, palms pressed down and bringing the hips up for a bridge pose, or a happy baby pose. You can bend the knees, grab the insides of your feet with your hands and pull the knees down around you. Bring the hips down. Stretch the legs, whatever feels good for you. Roll around. If you're gonna do happy baby or any pose, make sure you do it with a smile, with a baby laugh. Ooh, gaga. Yes. Lady Gaga. All the moves. Ooh dolls, everything. And then slowly, after you're done, whatever you're done, I'm done, but you may not, whatever works for you. Let's come into our Shavasana, our final pose, our resting pose. This is the pose where we soak up all the goodness we just put our body through. This is the pose where our toes relaxed and released. Our feet just fall away from each other. They're done fighting. We carry them and just relaxing. Our ankles, calf muscles, and shins relaxed. No tightness, no flexing. Soften the back of the knees. Let the kneecaps just release. Moving that relaxation up into your hamstrings, your quads, your thigh muscles. Let the hips just feel open, like you're finally ready to stretch them. Release that tension. Soften the belly as you continuously breathe in and out. As the belly softens, so does the lower back. Let it just melt into the mat. The chest is open, relaxing the ribs, heart, lungs, and internal organs. The shoulders are relaxed, so are the arms, wrists, and hands. Swallow to relax the throat and let the lips and the tongue soften. Releasing any clench and grind in the jaw. Cheeks, nose, and the eyes behind the lids are relaxed. Forehead is smooth. As you soften the soft spot behind the eyes, the temples and the skull, allowing you to release any tightness along the sides of the head, the back of the head, the back of the neck. Deep inhale lightens the brain, lightens the mind as you relax the crown, your crown. Release and relax. Into your Shavasana. Slowly take a deep breath in, breathe it in. And a long, slow exhale. You can wiggle the fingers and toes, move the feet, gently turn it left and turn it right. With a breath in, arms over the head, feet pushed away from you for a full body good morning stretch. Good. Good. And then slowly we're gonna roll over to our right side so I can see you. If your left side feels good, just roll over to your right. Give yourself a hug. There you go. Hug it again, hug it again. And then let's slowly come up into a seated position so you're nice and tall. As we start the session, I really appreciate appreciate you. Thank you so much. But deciding to really make an effort to take care of yourself. I really appreciate you, and I hope your daughter appreciates you, and your students, and all the other folks in your lovely community. And as always, namaste, and feel free to feel free.